New York being sued for freedom again. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. If it is Second Amendment news you're after, no matter where it happens in this great land, this is where you're going to find it. So please consider subscribing to the channel and join this growing freedom family. The comment section is a plethora of information. It's thebomb.com. Check it out. Before we talk about New York, I want to remind everybody about the giveaway video that I dropped this morning. If you would like an opportunity to win a free Psionics Aurora night vision camera that you can actually helmet mount, watch that video. I'll have it floating above, and I'll also link it down below. Free to enter, it is no purchase necessary. And thank you, Big Daddy Unlimited, for helping this channel give away a night vision camera. Also, check out Big Daddy Unlimited, a great sponsor of this channel. They're great people over there. It's bigdaddyunlimited.com/guns and gadgets, spell out the and you can find a lot of stuff in stock right now, and as the days go by, the stock is growing, but be quick because everybody's looking for it. All right, guys, let's talk about this new lawsuit that is looking to sue New York into following the Constitution. Yesterday, the Firearms Policy Coalition launched a federal lawsuit. Also joining in on this lawsuit is the Second Amendment Foundation. If you've been paying attention lately to the Second Amendment and the constant fight, you'll notice that the Second Amendment Foundation and Firearms Policy Coalition have been teaming up all over the country to sue cities, states, towns, governors, mayors into oblivion for violating, and this case is no different. The case I will have linked below if you want to read the complaint. It's Greco versus the City of New York. And this lawsuit is attacking the New York City law that makes it illegal for a regular person to carry a loaded firearm outside of their home unless they have been issued their government permission slip by the New York City Police Department. It also goes after the state and city law, or licensing scheme is more the proper terminology. But New York makes it damn near impossible for the average person, the law-abiding citizen, the constitutional-abiding citizen, to obtain a carry permit unless they show what's called proper cause. And if you're wondering, if you put down things on your proper cause designation, such as self-defense or all lawful purposes or the Second Amendment, that's not good enough. And the numbers-ish, in a city of approximately 8 million people, there are about 30,000 firearms permits. So you can see that the city and the state are working together to suppress the amount of people that can actually carry firearms, you know, like that Constitution thing says. So because this lawsuit is attacking the proper cause requirement, there's no way that New York is going to change this law to skirt legal action like they did the last time they were sued. I do believe that this one will go to the Supreme Court, and we'll see how the new court deals with this. However, the Supreme Court that we know and love today as November 6, 2020 could be vastly different depending on how these recalculations and tabulations go with this election. Maybe if Biden wins, they pack the court, we'll see. But this case will probably end up in front of the Supreme Court. Now I'm going to give you 3 quotes that are fantastic, and again, I'll have a link down below to the complaint should you want to read it for yourself. The first quote I will read you is from Adam Kraut. He's a director of legal strategy for Firearms Policy Coalition. Brilliant dude. If you haven't met him, great dude. He said this: like the lawsuit against New Jersey's carry ban we filed earlier this week, that video link will be floating above, we are suing New York City over their unconstitutional ban that prevents typical law-abiding people from carrying loaded, operable handguns on their person in public places. The state of New York and New York City have enacted broad criminal laws to prohibit the carry of handguns and then set up an unconstitutional requirement for the issuance of a license to carry, thus completely foreclosing the right. This case seeks to strike down these laws and allow New Yorkers and visitors to exercise the right to bear arms as they are entitled to. Alan Gottlieb, who's the executive vice president for the Second Amendment Foundation, chimed in. He said the right to bear arms must be available to all citizens in New York, not just wealthy people and celebrities. Like other rights protected by the Constitution, that right is not limited to the confines of one's own home. Ever since the Second Amendment Foundation victory in McDonald v. the City of Chicago 10 years ago, the Second Amendment absolutely applies in New York. We will continue to sue whoever we need to as we restore the Second Amendment one lawsuit at a time. Love that. And the final quote is from Brandon Combs, who's the president of FPC, the Firearms Policy Coalition. He said this: "People in New York have a right to carry a loaded handgun in public for self-defense. And contrary to what Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio think, the Constitution fully applies to the city and state of New York. The Supreme Court in Heller was clear that to bear arms means to carry them on the person in case of confrontation. Anything that denies a right is unconstitutional, period. Through this and other cases, we will force these authoritarian politicians to follow and respect the Second Amendment, whether they like it or not. Firearms Policy Coalition and Second Amendment Foundation are working in tandem, and they're filing lawsuits strategically. If you're paying attention, they're being very strategic, picking and choosing which ones they're going to take up, because those cases are obvious infringements and should be easily overturned, especially now that we have a court that is supposed to be friendly to the Second Amendment. And I guess the only way we're going to know is when the first case actually gets before them. But the cases that are currently in line could make a major difference and destroy gun control as we know it. But I will add that a lot of it depends on this election that we're having here, because one of the people involved has promised all kinds of executive actions, which could lead to the people taking executive actions. All right, guys and gals, if you're interested in this type of information, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the thumbs up button if any of my videos give you any type of valuable information, and share it along with your friends, because whatever you're watching it on right now, that platform does not want this information out. So please help us get the information out. Hit the share button. It takes a second, and you actually help get news out that people who love the Second Amendment, love freedom, need to know. Don't forget to check out my giveaway video. I hope that you enter and try to win the night vision camera. And also, it is the calm before the storm, guys and gals. If you're like me and you carry everywhere you go, and you feel that stuff might pop off at the drop of a hat depending on who counts what, consider joining the USCCA. Not only will the USCCA offer you great training and information via their websites and videos and publications, but if you ever have to utilize your tool to defend yourself or somebody you love, they will be there to defend you in court. USCCA.com/GNG will get you on your way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I appreciate you all so much more than you know. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry your weapon, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.